Big Atlas. Looking forward to all the action today, and we're just about set for it. This is now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand. James lights out Toney. He's on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Toney, the Hitman Hearns. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome James Toney.
Well, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Any questions?
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as this, guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Hearns. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Nice block by Hearns. On the mark with the combination by Lights Out. And a good counter by Hearns. Trying to cut down that tree one shot at a time. Able to show you his blocking ability. Seconds to go here in this round. Teddy, let's talk about what this wiry, tall, and athletic frame of Tommy Hearns provides for him in the ring, because we've seen him use leverage to his advantage with his power punches.
The guys that look like a tall drink of water, and that's what he looks like to me. You know, a lot of people think they're not intimidating. They're more worried about a guy from Venison Beach that has all those muscles and everything. But those wiry guys, those are the guys that I have found that worry me, because they get leverage and they can really bang.
Nice counter by Toney. Trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. On the mark, the counter punch by Hearns. Ten clicks of the talk. James Toney's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you see proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Very, very good. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Able to show you his blocking ability. counter punch by Hearns. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. And another one lands. And he returns on that exchange. Protecting his head well with his guard. Well-targeted combination by Hearns. Nice counter by Toney. Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now, keep busy.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Teddy, we hear a lot of people talking about where are the next great fighters coming from. In your eyes, I mean, you're around gyms all over the country, all over the world. Where are they coming from?
Well, Joe, I'll tell you where they're not coming from. They're not coming from football anymore. In the old days, the big guys, instead of going on the football field, somebody would look to make them into the next heavyweight champ. But now they're going to college, they're going to places where they find it a little bit of an easier travel, and we're losing a lot of those athletes.
Toney able to land the counter punch. Tommy Hearns has got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Good block by Tommy Hearns. Ten seconds to go in this round. And we come to the end of the round, and he really got to his opponent that time, Teddy. He stunned him.
He stunned him. He's hearing a little tweeting going on, a little singing from the birds in his head.
Whatever you do, throw that jab. Nice work. I don't want you to slug it out with this guy, all right? Keep your...
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Working his way on the outside and working well, he just stunned his opponent.
And his opponent got caught. Why? Because he was standing in front not doing nothing. If you're not going to work, get out of range. Don't let your opponent work.
He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Back to the head he goes. Tommy Hearns is having a field day against his opponent. Now, if you're standing opposite him, you got to solve this, or else it's just going to snowball. It's going to go downhill quick. You're going to lose this fight.
No, you do, Joe. The conventional way, the standard way that everyone's used to seeing with a tall guy that's keeping range like this is you work your way in. But there's another way, too. Maybe you step out and you get him to give up his height, his range, invite him in a little bit, and then all of a sudden, bang, you slam the trap on him.
Many great superstar athletes are associated with one single city, but Tommy Hearns, Tommy Hearns is Detroit Motor City through and through, isn't he?
Yeah, he is Detroit Motor City, and he runs you over like something with a motor in it. And the way he does it is from that really thin frame, usually from the outside, and he just explodes on you.
Blocks that belt line well. Able to show you his blocking ability. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Ten seconds to go in this third round. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
You're in control of this. Keep it up. Listen, I don't want to see you against the rope. As soon as you feel the rope.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Blocks that punch. Little mustard on that hot dog by James Toney. James Toney's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Toney able to land the counter punch. How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
Let's see some more head movement. Let's see some more head movement. Get out of the way.
He returns the favor with an uppercut. Hearns has had so many impressive knockouts in his career, but what about what he did to Roberto Duran? I mean, that was just brutal.
Yeah, Duran, you know, at a little bit of a later point in his life.
Holy cow! Tommy Hearns is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
Come on now, guys. Come on. Keep busy. Keep busy.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Tommy Hearns is making for a very inviting target right now. You can see the blood around that eye. The cut is obviously worse than it was just moments ago. James Toney with a nice counter punch.
Cover. Keep working the jab.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Double up your punches.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Showing you some defense there with the block.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of us. Beautiful. Nice movement there. Keep that up. Keep moving. All right. We're gonna cut.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Well-placed 3 punches landing by Hearns. Wow, Teddy, he's got some great hand speed there. That combination was an example of it.
Yeah, it was. You know, not a lot of power, not a lot of pop with it, but boy, it catches your attention. And you know what? That kind of speed can intimidate a guy and keep his opponent maybe from moving his hands later on.
Over the hook after turning away his opponent's shot. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. And now the right hand lands because of the work done by the jab. Committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Good defensive skill with the block by Lights Out. Targeted counter punch by Hearns. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, his jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Toney starting to bleed from the nose. His corner should be wary of that. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
We'll take care of the cut. There's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Good job staying away from the danger there. Gets rid of that body shot. good jabs by Hearns. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. He got hit, but he sends it right back. And a good counter by Hearns. Tommy Hearns is having a masterful round defensively. I love what we're seeing from the footwork with him. Very good movement, sound defensively. Is there anything he should be considering adding to that arsenal, though, right now?
Well, he's got to find spots for offense. You know, he's making his opponent miss. He's getting him off balance. He's frustrating him a little bit. You know, pop at the right time. You know, let it fly a little bit in the right spots. You keep your guy off balance, then you got him off balance. You make him miss, make him pay.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Toney's a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro, because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taking off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Doing well on the outside. Tommy Hearns blocks that punch. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? It does depend on each guy.
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Don't worry about it. Nice. Keep it up. You guys never come too much. Keep the pressure up.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go. Toney able to land a counter punch. Good defense, just covering up down low. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Well-placed right hands from both men. Blocks away that headshot. Toney's sitting here wondering why he's getting hit so much. How about this? You're not moving your head at all.
Well, how about don't wonder about it? You weren't taught that probably in the gym. You didn't work on that in the gym. Well, it's not going to come to you suddenly when you're in the arena.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Toney able to block it away. Round comes to an end, and that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Get the compress on it.
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
Toney able to land the counter punch. Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Hearns blocks that punch. Well, he's told us all along the strategies to fight on the outside. He cannot be smothered like that. That's why you see him pushing away and shoving his man back. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Toney's in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight can end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cutman's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. But also, he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide, to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
All right. Let's work on that cut. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the fight. We'll take care of it.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Well-placed counter punch by Hearns. And now a little combination punching, landing both shots. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Toney's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Nice block by Lights Out. The ref is stopping the fight. The swelling just much too much. That's it. TKO, technical knockout.
TKO.
Tommy Hearns is your winner by technical knockout.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight. You know, you saw he could fight inside, outside.